Welcome to Simple English Hub channel. Here, we bring you heartwarming and captivating love stories that touch your soul. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful journey of love. My name is Olivia, and I am 27 years old. If someone had told me years ago that I would fall deeply in love with my best friend's older brother, I would have laughed and dismissed the idea. But life has a way of leading us toward the most unexpected love stories, and mine was one I never saw coming. Growing up, my best friend Sophie and I were inseparable. We did everything together: sleepovers, vacations, and endless late-night talks about our dreams. Her family had practically adopted me as their own, and their house became my second home. And then there was John, her older brother. Tall, confident, and charming, John was the guy every girl had a crush on at some point. But to me, he was just Sophie's annoying brother. He teased us relentlessly, stole our snacks, and seemed to enjoy nothing more than making us roll our eyes at his ridiculous antics. Back then, I never saw him as anything more than my best friend's brother. He was just their part of the background of my childhood memories. But things change when we all grew up and life pulled us in different directions. Sophie and I still remained close, but John had moved to another city for college and later built a successful career in architecture. I rarely saw him, and when I did, it was just a casual hello at family gatherings. That was until Sophie's wedding. She was getting married to the love of her life, and as her maid of honor, I was involved in every detail of the wedding. Little did I know that John had taken time off work and would be around for all the events. The moment I saw him again after years apart, something shifted inside me. He had changed. More mature, more confident, and undeniably handsome. His warm smile and deep blue eyes sent unexpected shivers down my spine, and for the first time I found myself nervous around him. During the wedding preparations, John and I were thrown together constantly. We worked on decorations, coordinated schedules, and shared countless late-night conversations over glasses of wine. And somewhere along the way, the teasing turned into flirtation. The stolen glances became lingering stares, and my heart began betraying me in the worst possible way. I was falling for my best friend's brother, but I tried to push those feelings aside. It was ridiculous. He was John Sophie's brother. And what if she found out? What if it ruined everything between us? The last thing I wanted was to hurt her. Then, one evening, everything changed. The night before the wedding, we were all gathered for the rehearsal dinner. Between the music and the laughter, John pulled me aside and led me to the garden, away from the crowd. My heart pounded as he looked at me with an intensity that made it impossible to look away. "Olivia," he said softly, his voice laced with something I couldn't quite define. "I know this might be unexpected, but I can't ignore it anymore. I've been drawn to you in a way I never thought possible." I stood frozen, my mind racing. "John, this is crazy," I whispered, though every fiber of my being wanted to hear him say more. He smiled slightly, stepping closer. "Maybe, but tell me you haven't felt it too. Because if you have, then maybe crazy is exactly what we need." And in that moment, all my doubts melted away. He was right. I had felt it too. The pull, the connection, the way my heart skipped a beat every time he was near. And as he reached for my hand, I knew that no matter what happened next, I couldn't deny the truth anymore. The wedding went by in a blur of emotions. Sophie was radiant, and I was genuinely happy for her. But my heart was also racing with the knowledge that nothing had changed between John and me. We spent every moment we could together, sharing stolen kisses and whispered conversations when no one was watching. It was thrilling, terrifying, and completely exhilarating. But then came the real challenge, telling Sophie. I was terrified. Would she be upset? Would she feel betrayed? My friendship with her meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought of losing it. When I finally gathered the courage to tell her, her reaction shocked me. She stared at me for a long moment, then burst out laughing. "Olivia, I've known for weeks. Do you think I didn't see the way you two looked at each other?" She rolled her eyes. "Of course not. If anything, I was wondering when you two would stop being so stubborn." Relief flooded through me, and just like that, the weight of my fears disappeared. Sophie's blessing meant everything, and from that moment on I allowed myself to fully embrace what was happening between John and me. Months passed and our love only grew stronger. John became more than just Sophie's brother. He became my partner, my best friend, my everything. And as I stood beside him, watching Sophie and her new husband dance under the stars, I realized that sometimes love finds us in the most unexpected places. Because my best friend's brother wasn't just someone from my past, he was the man I was meant to love all along.